Hello guys, welcome to Shiv Kumar News YouTube channel. Here I am only reading the Hindu newspaper. My purpose in aim is improving my knowledge and English only, nothing else. Therefore, please support and guide me. Now we start the video. First article from Delhi. BJP swipes capital. BJP bag 48 seats set to return to power in Delhi after 20 decades. 2 decades. AAP wins only 22 seats. Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia lose. Congress failed to win any seat for the third consecutive time. Return after a long gap. The Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) secured a majority in 2025 Delhi Assembly election, bagged 48 out of 70 seats. The incumbent Aam Aadmi Party (AAP) lost vote share across all regions, winning only 22 seats. The Congress once again failed to win any seat despite a slight increase in vote share to plus 2% only. Party seat won vote percentage. BJP 48 seat won vote percentage is 47.2. AAP 22 seat vote percentage 43.6. Congress nothing, 0 seats, vote percentage is 6.3%. Other 0 seat 2.9%. BJP workers celebrated the party's victory in Delhi on Saturday. Shiv Kumar Pushkar 52.6 vote share secured by the BJP in the richest constituency in 2025, its strongest performer among all classes. 45.6% the BJP vote share in 2025, its highest since 1993, the year when Delhi's legislative assembly was revived. Minus 12.3 points decline in AAP votes percentage compared with 2020 in seats, with other 25% Muslim voter a key support base in previous poll. Minus 8.2 points decline in AAM votes percentage compared with 2020 in seat, with a relatively higher concentration of the city poorest residents. 26 years the BJP broke its 26-year jinx by returning to power in Delhi back in 1993 when they secured majority. They won 49 seats, one more than in 2025. The Jaideep Jiobhanj Satvika Mahajan, New Delhi. The Bharatiya Janata Party, winning 48 seats in the assembly election, has returned to power in the national capital after a gap over 26 years. Securing the Aam Aadmi Party bid for a fourth straight term. The AAP won 22 seats. The Delhi Assembly election was held on February 5. The result of the election declared on Saturday delivered a jolt to the AAP, with party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal and former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia losing their seat. Atishi, who had taken over as Chief Minister from Mr. Kejriwal, managed to retain her Kalkaji seat. The Congress failed to win a single seat for the third time in a row, with a majority of its candidates losing their deposit, while the BJP increased its tally from 8 to 48. There was only a 2% difference in the vote share of the AAP and the BJP. Celebration erupted in BJP office as trend showed that the party would sail past the majority marks of 36. Mr. Kejriwal was defeated by Parvesh Verma, New Delhi Assembly constituency, and Mr. Sisodia by Tarvinder Singh Marwah, Jangpura. Atishi emerged victory over the BJP rival Ramesh Vindauri in Kalkaji. Mr. Kejriwal, who had resigned as chief minister in September last year after he walked out of prison on bail, had said that he was seeking a certificate of honesty from the Delhi voter. He had announced that he would not sit on the chief minister chair until the public deliver an electoral verdict. Constructive opposition. Mr. Kejriwal said that our political journey had never been about power but about the public service. Now that the people have given their verdict, we will not only play the role of constructive opposition but also continue serving society, training its eyes on a double engine government for the benefit of the capital. The BJP had appealed to voters through the roadshow rallies and Jan Sabha, in which it promised to continue all welfare scheme in the capital such as free electricity and water, even promising to make them. The party had hit out at the off for not delivering on its promises. Corruption investment against its top leader and the allies extravagant spending on the revocation of the house allotted to Mr. Kejriwal when he was chief minister. The BJP did not announce a chief minister face during his campaign and asked for voter in the name of Mr. Modi. It will now have to pick a chief minister to deliver its promises. BJP allied Janata Dal United and Lok Janshakti Ramvilas Paswan did not win any seat. PM promised to make Delhi a modern city. Satvika Mahajan, New Delhi. Celebrating the Bharatiya Janata Party thumping victory in Delhi Assembly election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday addressing the party senior leadership and worker at the BJP national headquarters. Here they taking a जीब at the Aam Aadmi Party AAP. He said AAP came with promises to usher in politics of change but turned out to be the most dishonest party. The Prime Minister said for the first time since independence the BJP will how gave governments in Delhi and all adjoining state. He said that the BJP in power, Delhi will be transformed into modern city. BJP score big win in UP's Milkipur by poll. Mayank Kumar, Lucknow. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP won the high stake Milkipur Assembly by election in Uttar Pradesh on Saturday with Chandra Banu Paswan defeating the Samajwadi Party SP candidate Arjit Prasad by an impressive margin of 61,710 votes, while the BJP celebrated the win as victory for its double-engine government. The SP called it a false factory, repeating the allegation of the large-scale electoral fraud that it has raised on polling day. Milkipur is a seat reserved for scheduled caste SC candidate and lies in Ayodhya district. It witnessed a no-hold Barrett campaign with the BJP aggressively pushing its Hindutva plank while the SP continue it with its PDA narrative which stand for Pichda Dalit and Alpsankyak or the backward classic and minority community. Next article from UK. USA judges block Elon Musk government reform team from assessing Treasury Department data. Judges order temporary held to USA aid shutdown. Washington. A federal judge on Friday told President Donald Trump and Elon Musk a major setback in their effort to dismantle the USA Agency for International Development USAID, ordering a temporary halt to plan to pull thousands of agency staffers off the job. People protest against the USA President Donald Trump and Elon Musk outside the Department of Labor near the Capitol. Worker over the billionaire. Nobody elected Musk. Hand off work. Agency France Press, Washington. A USA judge issued an emergency order early Saturday blocking the Elon Musk government reform team from assessing the personal and financial data stored at the Treasury Department. The USA District Judge Paul A. Engelmeyer ordered to restrict giving access to the department system and to other data allow all political appointees, special government employee and to government employees detailed from the agency outside the Treasury Department. Mr. Musk, the world richest person who had Tesla, SpaceX, Tesla, SpaceX, and X is leading USA President Donald Trump federal cost-cutting effort under the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE). Mr. Musk is either a federal employee for a government official. Also, USA media had earlier reported that the Mr. Musk had been registered as a special government employee. The judge's temporary restrictive order will be in the effective until February 14. The case was brought against Mr. Trump. The Department of Treasury and the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Friday by Attorney General from 19 states. They alleged that their administration violated the law by expanding access to sensitive Treasury Department data to staff from the Mr. Musk's DOGE. DOGE does not enjoy the full status as a government department, which would be required to approval by the Congress. Mr. Eaglemayer's order said that state that use would face irreparable harm in the absence of the executive relay. Mr. Musk ran into controversy last week with reports that he and his team were assessing sensitive data stored at the Treasury Department. An internal assessment from the Treasury called the DOGE team access to the federal payment system is the single biggest insider threat the Bureau of the Physical Service has ever faced, USA media reported. Reserve Bank in sync with government on growth focus, Finance Minister Vikas Dut, New Delhi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra director at a meeting in New Delhi on Saturday, with the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) following up the budget demand stimulus for the slowing the economy with the long-awaited interest rate cut. Finance Minister Sitharaman said on the Saturday that the fiscal and monetary policy working in harmony to spur the growth and policy should yield in a bigger boost to the economy. The minister was speaking to the media after addressing the RBI Central Board in the capital. The government expected India's stepped private investment trend to reverse. Mr. Sitharaman indicated that the sitting anecdotal inputs from the industry leader after the budget that unveiled income tax break worth 1 lakh crore rupee to jump the start the urban demand industry was clearly showing the sign of the consumption recovery. The she said whether it is inflation or growth, monetary policy and fiscal policy moving in tandem like the two wheels of a car will definitely provide more benefit to our economy and people. With the RBI decision, I am sure that the together things can move in the required direction that we need, he said. DMK roams home in Erode East by Paul. The Hindu Bureau Erode. The ruling DMK won the by-election in the Erode East Assembly constituency in Tamil Nadu with a massive lead on Saturday. Its candidate VC Chandhira Kumar won by the margin of the 90,000 vote in the constituency where 1,54,890 votes were counted in all. His closest rival was the Nam Tamilar Kachchi MK Sithar Lashmi, who secured 15.59% of the vote. A total of 6,109 votes went to Nota. The counting went off without any major incident. The by-poll, which was held on February 5, was necessitated after the death of the Congress MLA VKS Alan Govan in December 2024, who himself won the seat in the by-election held in February 2023. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin said the victory was people's recognized for the welfare mayor and progressive scheme of the DMK government. VC Chandra Kumar. This is a picture livelihood worries. Fishermen and workers from the Kerala State Matsya Thoji Federation protest of Kollam on Saturday against the central decision to launch deep sea mining for valuable mineral. The protest said it will adversely affect the fishery sector. Tamil Nadu bars miner from engaging with real money game. R. Siva Raman, Chennai. Tamil Nadu Online Gaming Authority has introduced as a trading set to rule to regulate the online real money gaming, including a complete prohibition on the minor participating in a such game. According to the revised guidelines on online real money game is defined as the game where a user deposits cash or kind with the expectation of the earning winning in accordance with the information technology intermediary guidelines and digital media ethic codes rule 2021. The regulation clarified that the winning include the prize with either in cash or kind, which are disruptive on intended to be disrupted based on players performa in the online game. The Tamil Nadu Online Gaming Authority, chair by the retired IAS officer MD Nasimuddin, was to set up to regulate online gaming activity within the state. According to the new regulatory framework, those under the age of 18 are strictly prohibited only participating in online real money games. Additionally, know your customer verification is now mandatory for creating an account. This process will be require an initial login authentication through Aadhaar verification, followed by the secondary layer of verification using a one-time password OTP sent on a mobile number linked to the Aadhaar. The regulation mandates that the continuous caution message to be displayed on the login page. The enhanced responsible gaming practices online gaming provides the must implement real-time cautionary measure. A pop-up warning message must be appear when a person play for over and or with subsequent warning at 30-minute interval indicating a total spent play. Moreover, the gaming platform must offer players the ability to set daily, weekly, and monthly posting funds reminder displaying the player monetary limit and to their total spending must be prominently shown in bold text. The regulation also mandates that had to continue cause message be played on the login page, which will read online gaming is addictive in nature. Additionally, to curb the excessive gaming, the state has implemented blank hours from the midnight of 5 a.m. IST, during which no log in the real money gaming platform will be permitted. Heads off. Students of the College Nursing Command Hospital Central Command celebrate after their commissioning ceremony in Lucknow on Saturday. Sandeep Saxena. UPSC extend the last date of apply for civil services exam. Press Trust of India, New Delhi. The Union Public Service Commission has extended the last date to apply for civil service preliminary examination 2025 till February 18. The civil service examination is conducted annually by the UPSC in three stages: preliminary, mains, and interview to select officer of the Indian Administration Service (IAS), Indian Foreign Services (IFS), and Indian Police Service (IPS), among other. The last date for last date for registration for civil service preliminary 2025 and Indian Forest Service preliminary 2025 exam has been extended till 18 February 2025 6 p.m. said a note put out by the commission on its website. A correction window will also be open for applicants till expiry of the 7 day from the next day after the closure of the application window. Thus from 19 February 2025 to 25 February 2025, it said. Rupee 500 crore funds give autonomy for national mission on manuscripts. Conservation effort. The NMM had to digitize 3.5 lakh manuscripts that contain 3.5 crore pages. File photo. Washington. Trump revoked Biden security clearance in a set of a new order. President Donald Trump on Friday revoked his predecessor Joe Biden security clearance in a blizzard of new order. There is no need for Joe Biden to continue receiving access to classified information, Mr. Trump said on his Truth Social network. Joe, you are fired. He added in all caps. Vancouver. Trump's talk of making Canada a USA state a real thing. Trudeau. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Friday said the President Donald Trump talk of making Canada the 51st US state is a real thing and linked to the country rich natural resources. They are very aware of resources of what we have and they very much want to be able to benefit from those, Mr. Trudeau reportedly said. Berlin. German Chancellor slams Trump's demanded for Ukrainian rare earths. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz slammed as selfish and self-serving Donald Trump's demand for Ukrainian rare earth in exchange for USA military aid. In an interview on Saturday, Ukraine is under attack and we are helping it without asking to be paid in return. This should be everyone's position, Mr. Scholz said. Beirut. Lebanon PM Nawaz Salam names new government, vows reform. Lebanon has formed on Saturday its first full-fledged government since 2022, led by Prime Minister Nawaf Salam. The 24-member cabinet, eventually split between Christian and Muslim sect, was formed after a week of negotiation. Mr. Salam aimed to implement financial reform and oversee post-war reconstruction. On the draw, this picture is only for entertainment, nothing else. It is Donald Trump. This is our Earth. His whole is describing USA. So this is for only. This is only for laughing, nothing else. Heart failure patient in India died 10 year earlier study. 25% of the heart failure patient die in a year. There is a wide variation in the mortality rate at 1 year based on the disease that causes heart failure. Heart failure is said to occur when the heart muscle fail to pump enough blood to set the demands of the body. 10,845 participants with the heart failure enrolled from the 53 centers across 24 states and 2 union territories in India had disease etiology identified. Mean ago of the heart failure patient range widely 29.2 to 61.9 year of peripartum cardiomyopathy and ischemic heart disease respectively. Ischemic heart disease was the predominant cause of the heart failure, 7,800 patients and 71.9%, followed by the dilated cardiomyopathy, 1,877 patients, 70.3%, and rheumatic heart disease, 586 patient, 5.4%. Mortality rate at 1 year was 21.1% for patients with ischemic heart disease compared with 23.7% for the dilated cardiomyopathy. Mortality rates were substantially higher in patients with rheumatic heart disease and congenital heart disease compared with ischemic heart disease. Lack of the awareness about the acute rheumatic fever, poor compliance with penicillin prophylaxis, and the prescience contribution to high prevalence of rheumatic heart disease. Mortality factor. The study looked at the mortality rate of patients with the heart failure at 1 year. What will be the impact of Trump's trade war? Why was the USA announced tariff on import from China, Canada, Mexico. What are the potential risks to such measure? How will it affect world trade? How has China responded? In a case of the Mexico, Canada does not violate the free trade pact they have with the USA. Mr. Trump move could seriously dampen world trade war at a precarious time for global economic growth perspective. Narayan Lakshman, the story so far. So USA President Donald Trump has sought to deliver in the early day of his second term in office on his most vociferous campaign promised to slap range of the USA trading partners with the significant tariff in a bid to tamp down on undocumented migrant and illegal drug inflow while presumably incentivizing companies to favor creating jobs on USA soil. His administration initially action in this space to use executive order to impose a 25% tariff on Canadian and Mexican goods and a 10% tax on energy products from Canada and a wide range of goods from China. Rolled stock markets across the world, especially in Asia. What followed the announcement as Beijing vowed to file a lawsuit with the World Trade Organization against the USA for wrongful practice, and Ottawa, Mexico City announced the plan to retaliatory retaliatory tariff. Mr. Trump appeared to back down from his position following the discussion with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and Canadian official. Mr. Trump said the White House had agreed to pause the tariff action for a month in the wake of Mexico committing 10,000 national a worker transport boxes of avocados at the packing plant in the municipality of the European Michoacan state, Mexico, February. 10,000 national guard troops to man its northern border and longest term bilateral deal in the works. Similarly, 30-day pause on tariff action will be applied Canada, given its Prime Minister Justin Trudeau commitment to work together as his government sought to appoint a fentanyl caesar list Mexican cartels as terrorist group and launch a Canada-USA joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. While the tariff on Chinese goods are enforced, Mr. Trump temporarily exempted the small value package imported from her after the USA Postal Service was plugged into chaos as it struggled to deal with new regulation. What is the broader context for the tariff? All thought in the international macroeconomic policy context, tariffs are imposed to rectify trade imbalance due to the artificial price barrier. The justification given by the Trump White House for their tariff plan was that it would address the national emergency resulting the extraordinary threat posed by illegal alliance and drugs, including the deadly fentanyl. The expensive reasoning for the imposing tariff across the broad potential risk blowback from the other nation inevitable retaliatory tariff. The resulting trade war could seriously dampen world trade at a precarious time for global economic growth prospect. The irony is that escalating tit for tat tariffs will likely to exert strong upward pressure on the prices that the USA consumer pay for imported product and illegitimate broader inflationary trend through the higher input price across the industry. This the second cause for concern of the Trump administration tariff plan is that it is tactily endorse the weaponization of tariff as a countermeasure against the unrelated inter-country dispute. In the case, the flow of this unsanctioned Asian migration and illegal drugs rather than rely to traditional law enforcement activity ensure the less porous border. How have Mexico and Canada responded? According to the White House, Mexican drug trafficking organization have an intolerable alliance with the government of Mexico, and that the latter has affordable safe haven for the cartels to engage in the manufacturing and transportation of the dangerous narcotic, which collective have led to the overdose, the death of the hundreds of thousands of American victims. The Trump administration has also said that there is growing presence of the Mexico cartel operating the fentanyl and in litanized labs in Canada, with the recent study recognizing Canada and heightened the domestic production of the fentanyl is growing the footprint within the international narcotic distribution. This fact, according to the Mr. Trump administration, suggests that this is an alliance that endangers the national security of the USA, requiring the reduction of the influence of this dangerous cartel, perhaps to emboldened by his success in forcing Colombia to accept the deportees from the USA forum to Bogota via military aircraft. Mr. Trump to use the tariffs to bring even if the proposal violates the term of the USA Mexico Canada Free Trade Pact. Mexico has now already deployed most, if not all, the promised troops or survival to protect the USA border from the unauthorized crossing. Reports also suggest the Mexican authority have seized 20 million doses of fentanyl since the Sheinbaum term began in October. Mr. Trudeau initially responded with greater defense, announcing the retaliatory tariff on 106 billion US dollar worth of import from the USA. However, despite reportedly being told that Canada could avoid the tariff by becoming the 51st member of the USA, he revives the border security package said to be worth $900 million announced last year, promising to appoint a fentanyl Sager. Where does China stand? With Trump 10% levy on Chinese products, relatively modest compared to the 60% tariff rate he had earlier threatened to hit Beijing with. Nevertheless, China was quickly to announce 15% counter tariff to be levied upon import to USA coal, liquefied natural gas, crude oil, agriculture machinery, and certain car measures that are set to kick in the February 10. In a more expensive counter attack, the Chinese government further to open the antitrust probe into Google, placed several top USA fashion biotech company on an unreliable entity list and set limits on export of the critical mineral for high-tech products. Nevertheless, analysts suggested the both sides have refrained from excessive or knee-jerk reaction even through the 10% USA tariff on China at for pre-existing levies imposed by Mr. Trump during his first term. This leaves room for maneuver in negotiation that may follow by Mr. Trump. This meets China President Xi Jinping in the near future. However, with Mr. Trump promising strengthening tariff action against EU and other reciprocal tariff against all trading partners of the USA in the day ahead of his mission to the level playing field, the risk of the trade scary mission derails global growth prospective remain high. Oh. Are 4Bs and welfare scheme different? Can schemes such as the midday meal, the public distribution system, child development services to consider as welfare? How to targeted cash transfer program impact? What are the physical risks of freebies driven politics? A growing reliance on freebies will inevitably depend on revenue deficit. Arath Aratrika Bhumika. The story so far. All three major political parties in the Delhi Assembly election won by Bharatiya Janata Party unveiled the barrage of 4B or subsidy to woo voter. The Aam Aadmi Party of pledge है a 2100 rupee monthly allowed for all women and addition 21,000 for pregnant women and subsidy LPG cylinder for 500 rupee or those from impoverished background. The BJP follows suit, offering 2,500 per month to women from low income family and free electricity through its solar energy initiative. The Congress to join the fray. Where were these electoral swaps or welfare politics? The core challenging in the debate is the absence of a clear consequences or what the constitutes freebies. Some argue that the freebies amount to bribery and discourage voters from the making informed choice. Others, however, claim that they such a narrative strip voter of their agency and delegation welfare politics. What some perceive as a freebies may be disregarded as welfare by others. For instance, while one segment of the society may view free transport as an unwarranted concession, for another it constitutes a vital welfare scheme. Regularly, those who criticize free transport as a subsidy, which we workers celebrate with firecracker after the party victory the Delhi Assembly election February 8. Shiv Kumar Pushkar. Subsidy often benefit from the ability of the cheap labor. Affordable transport enable the people to travel in a search of work, making such labor possible. Dr. K. Kailash, professor at the Department of the Politics and University of the Hyderabad, The Hindu, the National Food Security Act, in the Congress lead United Progressive Alliance UPA government in 2013 transformed the key welfare schemes such as a midday meal, the public distribution system, and the child development service into the legal entitlement. According to data released by the center, and the beneficiary including 75% of the rural population and 50% of the urban population, roughly 800 million people in total. A 23 study by the Center for the Financial Inclusion FCFI found that the carefully designed cash transfer promises from which channel fraud directly to women behalf of their household not only empower the woman but also help the initiative to risks of the intimate partner violence. Where does one draw the line? According to Dr. Kailash, where welfare provisions are like provisions enhance the human capability and freedom, aligning the capability of the approach, a development pronounced by the Nobel laureate Amartya Sen, for instance, to assess nutrition free food through the midday meal scheme, strengthening the immunity and enable the individual to lead a dignified lives. In the contrast, poor health not only cause the personal suffering but also burdens the public resources by increasing the demand for the hospital and the medical treatment. Investigation in nutrition from an early age will significant lot of benefit for both individuals and society, he explained. Cash transfer scheme over recently found electron success in Maharashtra, Jharkhand, and Haryana, commenting their role as a staple electronic. However, Dr. Kailash calls that while such schemes stimulate market activity by boosting consumer spending, the ultimate for short creating genuine economic opportunity. Freebies given the politics poses a serious physical threat, particularly in heavily indebted state government. The RBI latest reported on the state finance highway now such a measure have led to sharp increase in subsidy expenditure. It further argue that in a state to the rationalize this subsidy to ensure they do not display the critical investment. Radhika Pandey, Associate Professor, National Institute of Public Finance Policy (NIPFP), cautioned that the growing reliance on the freebies will inevitably depend to the revenue deficit for the state. Delhi reported a revenue surplus of 14,457 crore rupee in 2022-23. In 2023-2024, this figure was budgeted at a significantly lower 5,769 crore rupee, with the revised the estimate reflecting the further 13.9% decline. For 2024-25, the project surplus stand at the just 3,231 crore rupee, a sharp 35% of drop from the previous year revised estimate. With the rising of the physical burden and for with the revenue accounts is likely to slip into deficit unless a substantial scale scale up their revenue generation, she told the Hindu. The further pointed out that the wide array of the 4B promises, including the cash transfer for women, pension for the senior citizens, subsidy, electricity would increase the annual income of expenditure by 12,000 crore rupee in the long run. This could result in higher taxes and reduce the consumption among the middle class. Does the judiciary have a role? In August 2022, the Supreme Court referred a series of the petition challenging the constitutional validity of the electoral forms to a three-judge bench. The lead petition filed by BJP leader Ashwani Upadhyay contended that the such populist measure undermine the constitutional guarantee of free and fair election. During the procedure, bench led by the former Chief Justice of India (CJI) and V Ramanna even suggested that the forming an expert panel to select the recommendation from the key stakeholder. The market significant departure from the court to earlier position in S. Subramaniam Balaji versus Government of the Tamil Nadu 2030. The Supreme Court ruled that the such matter fell within a domain of the legislative policy were beyond the judicial scrutiny, and further underscores that the such expenditure could neither be deemed unlawful for the character as a corrupt practice. Participants in they sought to advance the directive principle of the state policy. However, there have been no effective hearing in the challenge since the November 23, 2023. According to the senior advocate Sanjay Hegde, there is a little that the court can be to distinguish welfare measure from the populist of every pre-election, including the legislative progressive reign and checked competitive population. The judiciary should not intervene in the choice made between the voter and their elected representative, he said. Caught in gloom, one of the fastest growing economics in India is also one of the unhappiest. Madhumati Sharma 9318 at the gmail.com. India often held as one of the fastest growing economic, ironically come across as one of the unhappiest country going by the World Happiness Report 2024. The paradox raises alarming question on how the country with so much potential and immense population is lagging behind in creating an environment for its citizens to thrive socially and emotionally. The reports take into account various factors such as GDP per capita, life expectancy, social support, freedom, perception of corruption and generosity. Economic inequality and economic disparity remains among the biggest issue in India. According to the Oxfam Inequality Report, the wealthy 1% of the population owns more than 40% of the country wealth, whereas the millions live below the poverty line. The immense disparity stems from the sense of discontent with the large segments of the population finding it difficult to make ends meet every day, struggling for basic necessities such as food, shelter, healthcare, and education facility. While India has achieved several significant milestones in technological and economic advancement, its low ranking as the perhaps highlighted some grassroots level structural issues which do not allow its citizens to live to the fullest. The country has often struggled to provide an environment for its citizens where they can flourish in a complete social, mental, and emotional manner. This raises the multiple questions on the nation's and priority and ability to foster holistic well-being for its citizens. One of the major components of the happiness in social sport, but the even more today, despite the various sport group and initiative, India is still struggling to the arena mental health crisis in an alarming concept. The suicide rate among the youth due to the unemployment and societal challenge is alarming, showing the deep despair in society. COVID-19 has exacerbated the crisis, leaving the people emotionally devastated after the loss of their loved one and lack of social support. Stigma often compounds the crisis and discourages the people from the seeking professional help to sporting services despite the various community welfare program and initiatives. Systematic efficiency have account the hurdles in the path of people, therefore leaving them in a perpetual state of melancholy. Today, one important vocabulary word is euphemism. It is noun in the meaning प्रयुक्त, a word of praise used to avoid saying an unpleasant or offensive word. Synonyms is metaphor, praise, term, idiom, colloquialism. Antonyms: dysphism, directness, straightforwardness, terseness. Example stand. Two example stand. Senior citizen is euphemism for old person. The article used euphemism so much that its meaning was often unclear. So guys, this is today video and lecture. If you like video, please like, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for further more updates, more video and more news, and press bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind.